Hello everyone, this is Kerry Anderson. Hope you all doing well. In today's video, I'll be talking about 15 ways to get someone out of your head. So if you like the video related to manifest power, I would like to request you all please do subscribe the channel, hit the bell icon, and give thumbs up so that I will come up with more and more videos with lots and lots of information. So here we can let's go. 15 ways to get someone out of your head. Have you ever found that you just can't stop thinking about someone, what they did or said, and how be wildered or hurt you feel by their action? When someone hurts us, our children, or someone we love, gossip behind our back, or simply acts in a way that confound us, we can focus on it for hours or days. We are washing dishes, driving, and walking the dogs, and we can't stop thinking about how the things a person said were unkind, untrue, and self centered. Their image and their words keep resurfacing. 5 hours, 5 days, 5 weeks later, there they are. We see the person face in front of us even if we haven't seen them in person during this time. So, to be clear, I'm not addressing how we deal with trauma or abuse situations that require professional help and intervention. I am talking about day to day interaction with others that leave us mentally sputtering. So, how can we stop being caught up in other people's thought? How can we stop thinking about a person or a situation what we should have or could have done differently when the same thoughts keep looping back, rewinding, and playing through in minds again and again? Or maybe for you, it's not about a person, maybe it's about what you got or didn't get, what you need but don't have, or what is not right in your life. Usually, there is a person involved when you feel deserves blame for whatever is wrong. But all of this is toxic, cyclical thinking, and most of us know that it is emotionally and physically harmful to us. Studies show that a ruminating mind is an unhappy and unhealthy mind. When our monkey mind is unhappily fraught with replaying altercation, resentment, or losses, we dwell in harmful inflammatory stress chemicals and hormones linked to almost every disease we can name. Scientists can increasingly pinpoint how ruminating plays a role in depression, cancer, heart disease, and autoimmune disease. The stress chemical we value in are for worse for us than the thing that brought them on in the first place. Moreover, toxic thinking doesn't feel good. It's like getting caught on a spinning centrifugal right at the fair that was fun for a few turns but now makes you feel sick. Now you want to get off, but you can't. We work so hard to remove toxicity from our lives. We buy organic, we avoid unhealthy food, we remove chemicals from our home, we eat green, and we clean green. But we put little concerted effort into trying to go green in our minds. So, what is the green solution for toxic thinking? And researching this, I developed insight on how to stop myself from spinning stories, ruminating, worrying, and replaying thoughts about someone or something. So these are the 15 small but powerful ideas work for me. Many are based on teachings from leaders in mindfulness psychology. Choose the one that resonates most with you. So how to get someone out of your head? The very first one, less said, more time. This is my own personal motto. Saying less and letting more time pass when we are dealing with a difficult, reactive person is almost always a smart voice or a smart move. It allows us to simmer down, let things go, and take the high road. With time, the things we are annoyed about often just falls away. The second part, wait and see what happens next. We sometimes feel the need to respond and react to difficult people or situations right away, which is wise to over what to say or do next. Buddhist psychologists suggest that instead we simply give ourselves permission to wait and see what happens next. The third part, move away from the blame game. Picking apart past events and trying to assign blame, including blaming yourself, is really productive. Bad things and misunderstanding most often happen through a series of events like a domino effect. No one person is entirely to blame for the end results. So it has a saying that helps to remind us of this truth. The first this happened, then that happened, then that happened, and that is how what happened. So try not to fall into other people's state of mind. So And next part is deal with your biggest problem first. Buddhist meditation teachers suggest that no matter what happened, the biggest problem we face is our own anger. Our anger creates a cloud of emotion that keeps us from responding in a cogent, productive way. In that sense, our anger really is our biggest problem. Deal with yourself, meditate, exercise, take a long walk, say less, and give it more time or whatever it takes before you deal with anyone else. Then it comes to when you are angry, it wrinkles the mind. It you can think clearly or be creative or thoughtful about how best to handle any situation when you are mad. So anger wrinkles the mind. So if you want to think clearly, you can't be mad at anything. Now don't try to figure others out. This is another teaching. Ask yourself, if others try to figure out what you are thinking or what your motivations are, how right do you think they would be? They probably would didn't have a clue as to what's really going through your mind. So why try to figure out what others are thinking? Chances are extremely good that you would be wrong, which means all the ruminating was a colossal waste of time. Now your thoughts are not facts. Don't treat them as if they are. Don't believe everything you think. We experience our emotions, anxiety, tension, fear, and stress keenly in our bodies. Our emotions are physical. We often take this as a sign that our thoughts must be fact. How could we feel so bad if our feelings were not true? So the teachers that when we are emotionally hijacked by worry, regret, fear, anxiety, or anger, we must remember that the emotional and physical state we experience is real but not true. How can you grow from this? So when we locked in anger, taking offense over something said or done, making judgments, or fuming over how we were treated, we add to our own reservoir of suffering. An event plus our reactions is equal to suffering. When we are able to be present with our feeling and inquiry when we are experiencing such a strong reaction, and what our feelings tell us about ourselves at a learning opportunity. An event plus inquiry plus presence is equal to growth. Center your thoughts on growth, green, not red. Then it comes to don't ever put anyone out of your heart, not even you. Teaching that speak for yourself. Then it comes to you are not a time magician. When we turn over past events, we often search for how we might have done things differently to prevent a crazy altercation or regrettable outcome. But what happened yesterday is as much in the past as what happened a thousand and more years ago. We can't change what took place way back then. We can't change what happens a week ago. Then it comes to forgive for your sake. It's not necessary to be loyal to your suffering. We are so loyal to our suffering. Okay, so yes, it happened. Yes, it was horrible, but is that what defines you? Forgiveness is not something we do just for the other person. We forgive so that we can live free of the acute suffering that comes with holding on to the past. Then it comes to occupy a different mind space, mindfulness based stress reduction teacher. So it teaches meditation accompanied by powerful imaginary. Helps us to stop inflamed, stressful thoughts. Here is one image that worked for me every time. Imagine that you are at the bottom of a deep blue ocean watching over or everything swim by. Watch all of your thoughts pass by you. Imagine that you are the deep, calm blue sea. I always relax when I hear this. So next part is send them loving kindness. Intuitive medical healers suggest that when you can't stop thinking about someone who hurt you or who's driving you crazy, imagine yourself sending them a beautiful ball of white light. Place them in that ball of light, surround them with it, holding that white light around them until your anger fades. Try it. This really works. Last, not the least, take a 90 seconds time out to free your mind. You first have to break your thoughts pattern. So after 90 seconds, an emotion will arise and fall like a wave on the shore. It only takes 19 seconds to shift out of a mode state, including anger. Give yourself 90 seconds, about 15 deep in and out breathe. Do not think about that person or situation you have broken that thought cycle and the hold your thoughts hard on you. That's all about the manifest power in this video. I hope you really liked it. So I'll definitely come in the next video with my another content. Till then, God bless you. Bye bye and take care.